My name is Tanner Jorden. I looked at the camera, oops. My name is Tanner Jorden. I'm from Billings, Montana, and I started taking piano lessons when I was 7, but I never really took it that seriously until I was about 12 years old. Since then, it's been a major part of my life. What I just enjoy the most is performing, and I found a lot of connection and understanding through the music of Mozart and Chopin and Prokofiev, and so I'd say those are the composers that I enjoy studying the most. And but every year it seems like that changes. The composers I'm drawn to is always different.
I've been into music since I was very little, but I started playing piano when I was 12. From maybe some years ago, I just kind of decided to keep improving my playing and learning new music and just becoming a better musician, kind of like because I enjoy it, and it's like a life path, right? And from that, I feel that like as much as I can share, and by teaching and performing, just to kind of like promote the passion and love for music, even if it's like small scale in my city or other cities that I frequent to. I really enjoy sharing like the knowledge of like the repertoire and history of music. And also, like I said, from teaching, I think is going to be an important part of my future, just because I love seeing somebody who cannot play something or something, and then I help them reach a new level and see how it motivates them to keep going.
I moved to Utah and began studying at BYU with Scott Holden. And that's where I've been for the last 2.5 years. And I heard about this festival through another professor at BYU, Stephen Buse, who's on faculty here. So when Stephen Buse invited me to this festival, I was asking another student about like the teachers and like the location and the performance opportunities, and she just went on and on about how wonderful the artists were that are here, the faculty, because we get to have lessons and masterclasses with them, and then in the evenings we get to hear them perform. And none of them are just teachers or just performers, they're all performers and teachers. And so I think Giselle has done a really good job of finding artists who are both, and so that's what she shared that really made me want to come here.
During my times as a student, I had learned of many of the faculty members and watched their videos and recordings, and was kind of like a fan for many years. And so when I saw that this festival had created the academy with these artists as faculty members, I was like, I absolutely have to try to come. And then so last year was like the highlight of the experience, and I really thought I should definitely come again. So here we are for the second time. So I think last year definitely surpassed my expectations, and this year it's on the way also, pretty much there. Just even though I have like new faculties that weren't here last year and some that were here last year aren't here this year, it's just like a great variety of artists and classmates or fellow students.
I think something that this festival offers that is very unique is like real connection with the faculty. I've been to a lot of festivals where they keep the faculty and the students very separate, and like you don't interact with them other than lessons and master classes. But here we have meals with them, we're staying in the same hotel, and so we just get to interact with them and live our lives alongside them for a week. And so I feel like we can really make a connection with these artists, and just being around them, it's inspiring, and it makes you want to find like what makes you an artist and be able to share that.
Combine all those textures and the texture changes to one big whole thing.
I think my 3 most impactful lessons so far were with Carles Marin, Kamal Gekic, and Slava Gryatsnov. And they're all so different, but in general, like Slava talked a lot about the function of different forms within the piece. Carles talked about perspective and like layering of different sounds. And Kamal talked about like quality of sound a lot. And I just find all of those so important, and looking forward to going home and practicing a lot and trying to become better in each of these aspects.
We had lectures by Walter Ponce, and he talked about like a very non-traditional approach to piano teaching. So much that actually right when I got back after the academy, I bought his book and I read over like the next month or so. And it was like really like mind-opening to a new approach to teaching and to continue developing myself. Well, there's this like almost cliche that like classical music is very serious, and like going to the concert hall is like a serious experience. And I mean, it has its place like that, but I think that for young people and audiences that aren't familiar with classical music, it's very helpful to introduce it as like a fun thing to enjoy, and not like something that like is only for very old people or something. Anybody can enjoy it.
For me, the most difficult part about being a pianist is finding my voice and finding something in music that hasn't been done, because it's been around for a long time, but I think I need to find something that gives my specific voice a way to be expressed. And whether that's through traditional music or through newer composers, which I've been studying recently, I think just finding a way to interpret these that is meaningful to myself. Is a difficult part about being a musician. And I think it's a really important part too, because there are a lot of people that study this art, and there's a lot of really good people. And so if we don't do something that sets ourselves apart, then we could just be doing something that's been done before, and there's not as much value to doing something that's been done before.
So here we are for the last day of the Miami International Piano Festival Academy. I'm about to go to a masterclass that I will be playing in. And later we have the student recital. It's gonna be 2 recitals, and I will be playing on the first one. So should be exciting, and this should be fun.